Welcome back to WYNTW 14, and from the 1986 Transformers the movie, we've taken a look at Scourge, we've taken a look at Cyclonus, and now, behold, Galvatron. Let's check this guy out. And here's the packaging for the Behold Galvatron Companion Pack from the Transformers Generation Takara Tomy, and you see that awesome artwork of Galvatron here at the front. When he first came out with a leader class from the Kingdom line, I wasn't really going to get him, but when I saw this figure, something about it was really awesome. And if it's your first time here, click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon so you can be notified of any new updates, new videos of my channel. Give this video a thumbs up and all the good stuff. And now back on with the video. And as you can see here, that's on the one side of the box, just says Galvatron and a lot of some writings, and it's a leader class. Not much here on the side. Top of the box you have War for Cybertron Trilogy, not much on the other side, just the Autobot logo with authentic Transformers. Then not much at the bottom, so let's open this guy together so you can see how it looks like when we open the box. Behold Galvatron. So here's the main reason why I wanted to get this figure. Somehow this color, or the color variation of Galvatron in this figure, is much more striking than the regular one. Then on the top of the box you have the Galvatron pose from the movie when he was reformatted when Megatron was reformatted into Galvatron, and then you have this box for the other accessories. So let's take Galvatron out. So that's Galvatron, and then you have UNICRON here, and you have this awesome looking instruction booklet with the blue color. You have this box of accessories which we will show off in a moment. So here we go, and let's take a look at the accessories that comes with Galvatron. So first off, you see Galvatron is much taller than Megatron, and let's take him off to the side. First accessories would be these Galvatron weapons, which just looks like his ship, the Nemesis. On the instruction sheet over here, they name all the accessories that come. So you have Minnow, the Junkion ship. So it's a Galvatron companion pack, because if you had that really big UNICRON figure, then this would be scaled with that. And you have the Revenge Galvatron ship, and it really looks awesome with those silver painting, and then the sculpt is really awesome for such a small accessory. The Quintesson Cruiser, and then you have the rest of the characters. They are really small. You have Grimlock, Ultra Magnus, you have Dirge, you have Starscream, you have Megatron. The sculpted details is still awesome. You have Cyclonus over here, and you have Dinobot Snarl. I really hope we get Snarl in the Studio series. I think this is Cup. Then you have Swoop. Then we have Slug. Oh yeah, this is Slag. Soundwave. I think this is Perceptor. And one more. And then last but definitely not the least, you have RC. So these guys are really small. So like here's Core Class Rat Trap, and here's one of those figures, and you see how small these ones are. The next one we will take a look at is the Cannon for Galvatron. It's in the translucent pink, and then this one is also in like somehow translucent purple, and with panel linings all over it. It really looks awesome. Matrix of Leadership with this purple color, and a chain which is really awesome, and this is also removable, and you can replace it with Hot Rods or Optimus Prime, although it's a little bit loose and it would fall off easily. And now we'll take a look at figure himself, Galvatron. And now here we take a look at this awesome figure Galvatron. Don't that head sculpt remind you of a samurai from the ancient times in Japan? He really looks like an awesome samurai. As you can see, I love the purple on this figure. And one thing that I didn't pick on the first Galvatron release is because of the shoulders. It was wrongly pegged, and then as you can see, it's the correct one. You don't have to twist it on the other side. And you also see those pink linings or those light purple linings all over the figure, which really gives this figure a distinct look. And now let's take a closer look at the figure's face sculpt. And as you can see, the eyes, you have that light pinkish color that's painted on there, and the head can turn 360 as well. And this figure has light piping all over it because it's translucent or transparent violet or purple plastic. And you have that awesome Decepticon logo here in the center of his chest. Really awesome figure, and I love the color on this fusion blaster, this pinkish color, and you can see the transparent color, and it's like you see the tech through that cannon, and you see that on the shoulders, and the arms as well as on the going down the legs. You got that awesome sculpt, and all over the figure, see the tank treads over there. Really awesome looking figure. We'll take a look at the articulation. The head can turn 360, can look down that much, can look up that much. The shoulders can turn 360 as well, go out that far. And then you have the bicep swivel as well, and as you can see, this one on the transformation tabs into this hole here at the back of the figure, so this tab goes in there. So if you tab it in there, it kind of prevents the bicep swivel from articulating. And you have more than 90-degree bend on the elbow, and you have wrist swivel, and the wrist can also go in and out due to the transformation joint. And you also have waist articulation, which is really awesome. This figure is really well articulated, and this side pieces are also articulated, as well as the crotch area, so we can kick forward that far, kick backward that far, do the splits. You also have the thigh swivel, you have a 90-degree bend, and then you have the ankle rocker joint, which all these transformers are really known for. Nothing for the front and back except for the heels. And that's it for the articulation for this guy. Really great articulation, really awesome looking figure. And now we take a look at some comparisons with leader class Galvatron with some other figures in the line. So now here he is, as I've shown before, here he is with Netflix Siege Megatron. I really love this Megatron figure as well. And you also have him with Siege Starscream. I don't have my Earthrise Starscream yet. Earthrise Optimus Prime. So Studio Series Hot Rod, his bestie. You have his Lieutenant Cyclonus, his henchman, the Sweeps or Scourge. And of course, group shot, you have the three iconic Decepticons after the Transformers the movie. You have Cyclonus, Galvatron, and Scourge. So if you want to weaponize Galvatron with all the weapons, so these two can either be held in hand like this, or you can peg it at the side of his arm like that, or you can combine both. So you can see these pegs can peg into each other. So you have this double barreled weapon which he can hold in his hand as well, as you can see there. So he's got his rifle, or if you don't want him holding that, there's slots here where at the back of the figure you see these two slots. That's where these two pegs will peg in, so it will look like this. So you just peg it here at the back of the figure, and you have both guns on the back, and he will look like this, all weaponed up. And of course, to give him the necklace with a matrix, so you just hang it on his head, and that's how he looks. And now it's time for transformation. And for transformation, you have to remove all the accessories. I removed all the stuff on the back, and you just take out his fusion cannon. First up, fold the fists into the arms like this. There's peg holes which these pegs will peg in, so you just fold in the arms. Once they're pegged in, it'll look like this. We'll do it on the other arm as well. So now you have both arms pegged in. You unpeg the tank treads from the back, so you just pull it out. So there's a peg here that was pegged into the hole in the back of his shoulder. Then you just fold it to the front like this. Same thing on the other side. So you just do it like this. So both arms are now done. And then we move to the lower part of the body where you unpeg these parts from the lower leg. So you see there's a tab which was slotted in here. Then you fold this in, which these tabs now will tab into here. Same thing on the other side. And after you tab both of the legs in, you fold in the heels, and then you fold or swing both legs so that the feet are pointing outwards. And then you see there's a tab here which slot here, tab in here as well, it will slot here. So you tab both legs together, and now you have both the legs tapped in together. And then you just swing these hip pieces up to the front, and then you just untab the shoulder pieces from the side, pull them out like this. So you can see there's a hole here where this one was tabbed in. So once you have this untabbed, you can pull down the shoulders, and got that all opened up. This tab was tabbed into the slot, and once you have them folded down, you can turn the figure around and then pull this back piece out. So this one was tabbed into this part. This will become the front of the cannon, and then after that you just pull this out, and this is where you will swing the head in, pull out the chest piece, and that head will go into the chest cavity. Then you just fold this up, and you can close this down. Then once you have that closed down, this part will fold down into here, and once you have that done, you have this part which will fold into here. Then this part will fold flush here, and you can see there's a slot which will tab into here. And now you see here there's a couple of slots, and this part of the leg tabs will tab into here. So you just fold it up like that, snap it in. You can see that it's all snapped together. So these hip pieces, you just fold them out of the way, and then you can see there's a tab which will slot into here now. So you fold this thing in, and once you have that folded in, there's another slot here which will tab into the back of the hip piece over here. You can see this one, and you also see there's a slot here which should lock this thing into there. And once you've got these pieces locked into there, you can tab both hip pieces onto these slots. And once you have both tabbed in securely, you can position the tank treads, fold down this part, and then you fold down this part, so you have the back part of the cannon already. You have the fusion cannon, so you take apart the fusion cannon, this part will tab into this part over here, and you have the front part. Now you have the tank or fusion cannon out mode for Galvatron, and he really looks awesome. So these two can still be on Galvatron in the cannon modes. So as I've said before, you have these slots and there's tabs over here, and these can tab in like this. So on both sides, so you can arm him up like this, and he really looks awesome, as well as the necklace for the matrix of leadership. You can still put it here, and it will tab into, you see there's a slot here where this can tab into, and it will be hanging off Galvatron like this, and he still looks awesome and menacing. And it's time for some comparisons. So here he is with Cyclonus, they look really awesome together. And now here he is with the Sweeps or Scourge, and of course the three of them together. And for some Autobot comparisons, here he is with the Deluxe Class Studio Series Blur. And let's bring in Leader Class Ultra Magnus, as you can see how they look like together. And this is a pretty good matchup between the two leader classes. Really awesome figure. That has been my review for this awesome set, the Behold Galvatron UNICRON Companion Pack. It's a little bit pricey, but for the everything that you get in the set, I feel that it's all worth it. And for me, this colorway and this iteration of this Galvatron figure is way better than the original. I like this version better. I like the colors and everything, the panel lighting, it's really looking awesome. Even the cannon is way better than what has been released in the first line. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. This has been BobaChuck14. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and as always, thank you guys. Stay tuned for more videos, and as always, celebrate life, be a miracle.